Welcome back, students. Today we are going to see a new chapter, Bank Reconciliation Statement. Hope all of you are having your own bank account. You will be having your passbook, right? So now, before we go deep into this bank reconciliation statement, I just want to give you the difference between your cash book and passbook. So how an entry is made in a cash book and how an entry is made in a passbook. So when we talk about cash book, we will just focus on the bank column in the cash book. So as you all know, in the double column cash book or the triple column cash book where you have cash and bank columns together, we are focusing on the bank column present in the cash book. Right? So whenever we mention cash book in this chapter, it means the bank column in the cash book. So who will generally maintain the cash book? It is the cashier of the business concern. So he will make the entries and he will maintain the cash book. Whereas in case of passbook, the entries are made by the banker. So the bank will have separate ledger for each of its customer, right? So the bank will be maintaining a separate ledger for the customer and an entry will be made in the passbook and that passbook will be given back to the customer. So entries are made by the banker. The passbook is held in the possession of the customer. So the customer will be having the passbook with him. So whenever he goes to the bank, he can make an entry in the passbook. Right? Now, when cash is being deposited in the cash book, which means you are receiving cash. Right? Just think about this. You all know when you have cash and bank in the same transaction, you will have contra entry. Right? So what will you do? You will write bank on the credit side, right? By bank, and you will put the amount in the cash column. In LF you will mark C. Similarly, on the debit side you will put to cash and put the amount in the bank column, right? So these cash deposits are entered on the debit side of the cash book, whereas it is just the opposite in a passbook, right? So all the deposits will be on the credit side. Then think about the withdrawals. In a cash book, when we withdraw cash, it will be recorded on the credit side. Whereas in your passbook, in your bank statement, all these withdrawals will be on the debit side. Then coming back to check. So when we have a bank account, you have this option, checkbook facility. So you have also gained that facility and you have your checkbook, right? So when checks are being deposited, it will be debited on the day of deposit in a cash book, which means, see for example, you have drawn a check in favor of your supplier. You have given a check to someone, right? So once you give a check, what will you do? You will immediately record that in your cash book. Whereas the other person will take the check and he will deposit the check with his bank and time it will take around 1 or 2 days for the check to get realized. That is in case of issue of check. The other way around, now you are receiving a check from your customer. Right? Your customer has given you a check. You have made a credit sale and now the customer is making the payment through check. You have received a check and you can't keep the check at home simply, right? So what will you do? You will take the check and deposit in your bank, right? So before taking the check to the bank, what will you do in your cash book? You will first record that on the receipt side as if you have got cash. If you are depositing the check with the bank on the same day, you can enter that in the bank column of your cash book. If you are not depositing it in your bank on the same day, what will you do? Say for example, you have received the check on 10th of January, right? And you are depositing it only the next day on 11th. So how will you record this in your cash book? On 10th, you will write as if you have received cash from your customer. On the receipt side, you will put the amount in the cash column. And on the 11th, when you deposit the check with the bank, you will treat as if you are depositing cash with the bank. Then it will become a contra entry. So coming back to this fourth point, checks deposited, which means you have received a check and it is being deposited with the bank. So all those checks which are deposited will be shown on the debit side. Okay. On which date? On the date of deposit, when you are depositing the check with the bank. So as I told you, in this case, I am depositing the check only on 11th of Jan. So in my cash book, on the receipt side, I will make an entry on the 11th of January. So checks deposited are debited on the day of deposit. Right. So now I am taking the check with me and I am just depositing the check in my bank. And it will take time for the amount to get realized. It will take 1 or 2 days time. Right. So but I have already recorded in my cash book. But in my passbook, checks deposited will be credited only on the realization of the check. The check has to be realized and it will be recorded on the date of realization will be recorded in the passbook. There is a time lag now. Can you able to get the difference? On 11th of Jan, I am depositing the check with the bank. So I have recorded 11th of Jan in my cash book. So the date on which I have deposited the check. But the check is realized only on 13th of Jan. So in my passbook, it will be recorded only on 13th of Jan. So the amount will be credited to my account only on 13th of Jan, which means the date of realization of the check. The check, when it is realized, that date will be recorded in my passbook. So can you now able to get the difference? 2 days lag is there. Check deposited, the date of deposit of the check is on Jan 11th, but the date of realization is on 13th. Right? Then the next point, checks issued are credited on the date of issue. The previous case, we have received a check from our customer. Now, we are going to issue a check. We are making a payment to our supplier. So now, for example, I am issuing a check to my supplier. So when I am making a payment, all the payments in the cash book will be shown on the credit side. So it is recorded on the credit side of my cash book. I have issued a check. So date on which I am issuing the check will be recorded in the cash book. Say for example, I am issuing a check on 1st of February. So in my cash book, on the credit side, on 1st of February, this transaction will be recorded. Right? So let us take this example. Check issued to Mr. Ram on 1st of February. So Mr. Ram is my supplier. I am issuing a check on 1st of February. So in my cash book, I will write by Ram on the credit side of my cash book. 1st of February by Ram, and I will put the amount in the bank column of the cash book. Whereas the person, Mr. Ram, to whom I have issued the check, it is his decision when he has to deposit the sorry for the disturbance. Let us continue now. So as I told you, Mr. Ram has to decide when he has to deposit the check and get the money. So now he has deposited the check only on 1st of March. Right? I have issued the check on 1st of February and it has been recorded in my cash book. Whereas the other person to whom I have issued has deposited the check with his bank only on 1st of March. And the amount has been transferred from my account to Mr. Ram's account only on 2nd of March. So in your passbook, checks issued are debited, which means money has been taken out or transferred from your account to that person's account only on the date on which the payment is made, when it is being made, 2nd of March. Able to understand? The next point, collections and standing instructions are entered only after checking the bank statement. So our banker provides lot of other services. Nowadays we can even make our telephone payments through bank. Telephone charges or electricity charges, all these things can be paid through your bank. Our bank will also collect money from your customers based on your instruction. So you have to first instruct your banker what they have to do. Able to understand? So they may collect. So even dividends. What is meant by dividend? A share of profit in the, right? In case if you are a shareholder in a company, you have invested money in a company, you have got shares of that company. So dividend is a share of profit which is being given to all the shareholders. So this dividend amount is being collected by the banker on your behalf, and it will be credited to your account. As I told you earlier, if you want to make your payment for your telephone and electricity, and those things can be done through your bank. So any collection or any payment on your behalf by the banker, right, will be entered only after checking the bank statement. So you have given instructions and you don't know when exactly a collection has been done or a payment has been made. You have to check your bank statement for it, so that you will know the exact date on which that transaction has occurred. Right? In case of your cash book, so all these collections and standing instructions are entered only after checking the bank statement. Whereas in case of your passbook, so any collection and payment as per the standing instructions are entered on the date of realization. So in case of collection, so your banker has received a check on your behalf from your customer, right? The check has to be realized. The date of realization in case of collection. In case of payment, the date of payment. That will be entered in your bank statement. Then last one, balance at the end of the period. So as all of you know about your cash book, when it is being balanced at the end of a specific period. So it can either be a week or a fortnight or on monthly basis at the end of that month. Whereas in case of passbook, it is balanced at the end of each and every transaction. So you can also check your own passbook for that. So after every transaction, you will know the balance. Right? So today you can just have a look at your own passbook and see how an entry is being made. So all the deposits in to your account will be credited and any withdrawal from your account will be debited. You can check it up. So go through your passbook today. So now we are going to see the debit balance and credit balance. So which is favorable and which is unfavorable. So in case of passbook or a bank statement, the debit balance at the end, okay, if you have a debit balance, then it is negative, which means unfavorable. You call that as overdraft. So in case of a passbook or a bank statement, debit balance is an unfavorable balance, which you call it as overdraft. Whereas credit balance, which means positive, it is a favorable balance. So as I told you, in case of passbook, all the deposits will be credited, withdrawals will be debited. If there are more number of withdrawals than your account balance, then it ends up in a negative, unfavorable balance, right? If debit is more, credit is less. In case of a passbook, it is a negative balance. You call that as unfavorable or an overdraft balance. Whereas if the deposits are more than the withdrawals, deposits will be credited. If credit is more, then it is a positive balance, a favorable one. Coming back to your cash book, cash always has debit balance, right? Whereas bank may have a debit or a credit balance. If your cash book has a debit balance, it is favorable balance. If it has a credit balance, it is unfavorable or an overdraft balance. It's just the opposite. So now we are going to see what is a bank reconciliation statements. What does the word reconciliation mean? Say for example, let me give you a very simple example. Yourself and your friend. So you have some difference of opinion and you people fought, right? So each one parted your ways. So you have gone this side, your friend has gone the other side. Right? Now, a common friend of yours has come to patch both of you, to bridge your differences. You need someone to help you out in between. That patching up of difference, you call it as reconciliation. Similarly, here in this chapter, we are going to bridge that difference between the cash book and the passbook using a statement called as bank reconciliation statement. So who are those two friends now? Passbook and cash book. So there are some differences between these two friends, cash book and passbook. Right? So now we are going to patch up the difference between cash book and passbook using a statement called bank reconciliation statement. In short, we call it as BRS, bank reconciliation statement. You can refer it as BRS in short.